Hey guys, Haz here with Mace. We're good friends now. It's actually surprising how much he's kind of turned it around from when he first got here. A lot of the time, especially when you get a 2.5, 3-year-old dog, the vibe they give you off the top is generally the vibe. There'll be some improvement and some changes, but it doesn't happen like that quickly. Let's talk more about the dog. So, very comfortable now with him. I don't really take any precautions now when I handle him, beyond like the basic stuff that I do with just about any dog. Very stable for a Dutchie. Primarily what his issue is he just has no inhibitions. So because everything's been going so well, I actually decided to do some bite work yesterday just to see where we were at. So I'm gonna show you that. Before you watch that video, I wanted to just see where the dog was at. Wasn't really about a training session for the dog. He loves collars going on, which is really nice because believe me, many of the Dutchies I've worked with do not like collars going on. I'm gonna put him on the choke chain because I know they've used it a little bit. So I feel comfortable now to make some corrections, and we'll see how he responds to them, right? I don't think he's the hardest dog, in the world, but I think he's a good dog and he has a lot of intensity. So it'll be interesting to see how he responds. Sometimes actually dogs that are more sensitive are a little bit more risky on the corrections because they redirect more and they take it more personally. So we'll see how he responds to it. So I'm gonna try the Dutch heel. I'm pretty sure that it's gonna sound very legit. Let's see. Wolf. Good. Wolf, 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 wolf. Good. Well, he's handling the correction. Wolf, wolf. Right now, he's kind of being a bit submissive to the correction. Zit. But as he gets more amped up, we'll see if it changes. Zit. So as you can see, right, like this dog, for me, doesn't know control. Stellan. Stellan, good bomb. Stellan. Super. Stellan. Oh, good boy. Oh, so he's comfortable with me here. That's nice. I like that. Stellan. Okay, get ready. We make an out. We see how it goes. Hey, loose. He doesn't really have an out, or it's not a reliable one, anyways. Good job. Okay, I'm gonna just choke him off here. Good boy. Sit. Sit. Let's see how he does on the long attack. You ready? Stellan. Go. Oh. So right off the hop, I can see that he needs a little more grip work. So it's a nice behavior here. Again, I'd like to see a little bit less head banging, more pushing, more countering. We'll see if that can be improved in the box. The mentality's nice. Come on. Let's see how he responds to this. Stellan. Oh, he's tired now. So, first impression on the bite work here in Canada, a couple things. The grips could be deeper. He's wasting a lot of energy on the shaking. He's really safe to handle. Like, I'm able to do this and stuff. Once he likes you, he'll pretty much let you do whatever, which is nice. Good boy, right? So that's good. It's good that he's nice and easy to handle when he's under a high level of arousal. He doesn't redirect when you're holding him back. He has like basically no functional obedience that I can see. But other than that, went pretty well. So if you know anything about bite work, you can see that the dog is wasting a ton of energy. He wants to be there, he wants to do it, but he's just wasting energy. A lot of like torquing and shaking and head banging instead of properly countering into the grip. He gets gassed out relatively quickly. Again, he's a big dog, big muscles, big bones. So of course he's not gonna last as long as maybe a leaner, smaller dog would. So he needs to really husband his energy and use it properly. And what I saw there was a lack of control of his energy. He just doesn't really know what to do with himself as much as he should on the grip. So I'd like to see him countering in more, feeling his mouth more, less of the head shaking. And I think the problem is he's so big that he's learned that if he shakes his head and he torques his whole body back and forth the way he is, he moves the decoy around very easily just because he's so big and heavy. And now he's self-satisfying by doing that. He's also more stable than pretty much every Dutchie I've ever trained, to be honest with you. For him to have like the drive that he has, and he's very like good with the handler. He's a big puppy, get off of me. You can see like he does silly things like this, but he's a sweet pea. Like he loves everybody. You're a good boy. Yeah, I think with good training, I think there's actually going to be more handlers for this dog than I initially thought. Because once he likes you, he lets you do a lot of things to him, right? Like I'm able to put pressure on him. I can say, hey, knock that shit off, and he doesn't get upset with me. But I'll tell you this, But what happens is, at some point, you do have to put pressure on the dog, especially if you want to do a sport like KMPV, IGP, so on and so forth. But anyways, he just bit the end of my leash off. Come here. Did you get bored? You guys are going to be seeing me now train the dog. There's no barriers to training now. I'm very comfortable with our relationship. He's, in my opinion, as Dutchies go, other than being big and drivey, very nice, very easy dog to train. I really like him. So it's going to be exciting to see what can be done with him. Yeah, good job.